one shooter almost tore a family apart.
People who break into houses, they're driving cars, you know what I mean? People who are committing other crimes, they're driving vehicles. That's how they get around the county. We don't have a public transit system, so they have to drive.
This is Northeast Georgia's only local source for TV news. From the Grady College at the University of Georgia, this is Grady Newsource.
Welcome to Grady Newsource. I'm Ariel Williams, live from the studio at the University of Georgia in Athens.
Today, legislators are pushing bills to the point where they either live or die. It's called Crossover Day, Marielle.
Noelle, how has the day played out?
Marielle, some bills are still waiting for approval, and that means some of these legislators could be here until midnight tonight. One bill that's getting a lot of attention is the Hidden Predator Act. Right now, victims of childhood sexual abuse have until they're 23 to go after their abusers. The 2018 update would give them more time by increasing the cutoff age to 38. Georgia Representative Paulette Rakestraw says that many victims of childhood sexual abuse can't even process what's happened to them until years later. It's why some state representatives here are using these last 10 days in the legislative session to push the bill through.
A lot of it's buried, and they've buried it for so long, but it comes out when they're older.
House Bill 605 isn't up for crossing over quite yet, but Representative Spencer, who's sponsoring the bill, hopes to get it from here to here.
Another goal is to hold organizations accountable that may have covered up abuse.
Side with Georgia's children and not the predators. And so in order for us to become a better state in this category, we need to make these changes.
Representative Spencer and other legislators who support the bill hope that changing the laws will make a difference.
We were thinking that this will uncover more and allow more victims to come forward and get the restitution that they need and bring the bad actors to justice.
Representatives Rakestraw and Brockway told me the Hidden Predator Act is still in the House Rules Committee. They hope to get the bill presented on the House floor for a vote and over to the Georgia Senate before the legislative term ends.
Another topic of conversation in Atlanta is about gun legislation. One UGA professor has a very personal reason to watch how lawmakers act on the issue. Grady Newsource reporter Ada Spratlin explains.
Outside and you feel it against, like we're against the wall, and the bullets are hitting that wall and you feel the vibrations.
Glass relives the day his brother almost lost his life.
Jeff, it's me. I'm at Aiden School. There was an active shooter locked down. I'll call you back. He's okay as far as we know.
Dr. Glass's brother, Aiden, is unharmed physically, but Glass says the mental harm will stay with him forever. So will the knowledge that his brother's teacher protected the students that day, but not with a weapon.
The first instinct when the fire alarm went off was, we've already done this, wait for the announcement, wait for an announcement, and that's when they heard the gunfire. And the door was already closed and locked, but then the teacher's like, everyone against the wall right now.
Glass believes the notion of teachers carrying firearms is not the change we need.
Have you ever fired a gun in real life? Do you know what this is like in real life? Not the movies. You know, teachers are not going to be Jason Bourne.
As big as the University of Georgia, having campus carry is giving Dr. Glass some big concerns.
When campus carry was making its way through the legislature, I think every university and college in Georgia signed the letter asking the legislature not to do it or asking Governor Deal at least to veto it. I know Georgia signed on to that. There's just no room for a firearm in a classroom.
This is Ada Spratlin, Grady Newsource.
Gun legislation is on the table here under the Gold Dome in Atlanta. Grady Newsource reporter Shakira Speaks has been following that story. She joins me now live.
Yeah, Noelle, today the House of Representatives hope to send a bill to the Senate that would prevent people who have been convicted of misdemeanor charges of domestic violence and people who have been served protection orders from receiving, possessing, and transferring a firearm.
Might have been victims of domestic violence or worried that they might be in the future, that this is something that could reduce that violence.
The bill comes on the heels of the Parkland High School shooting 2 weeks ago.
Last week, Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America held a rally right here at Liberty Plaza in front of the Capitol, calling for stricter gun laws, and now they get their wish.
Brockway says the bill already has a lot of support.
I know that this is actually a bill that has support across the political spectrum. Even the several of the gun rights groups support this bill. This is one of those issues that actually has bipartisan support.
Now, Brockway says that he hopes the bill gets crossed over and that they're one step closer to gun control.
Thank you, Shakira. Back to you in the studio, Marielle.
Athens-Clarke County detectives and the GBI just finished an investigation for an alleged threat to shoot up Coyle Middle School. No threat was found. Athens-Clarke County School District reached out to police yesterday to start an investigation. No threats are pending against any school in the district, and no charges were filed. Spring break means break-ins, according to the Athens-Clarke County Police Department. Reporter Christina Maticata has more on how to keep your home safe if you leave town.
Spring break comes as a relief to most UGA students, but for Mel Mosley, Stephen Lee, Andrew and Jack Wise, and Alex Edmonds, a break from school does not mean a break from stress.
Knowing that the people who previously broke into our house knew that they could do the same exact thing and get in again, definitely wasn't relaxing, I guess you would say.
Burglars broke into their home last time they left for break. They repaired the broken window, replaced the PlayStation and jerseys taken by the burglars, but one thing that has not been returned, their peace of mind.
I pretty much clear out my room when I leave and leave everything up with somebody else's house. And I think it would be great if that's something we didn't have to worry about, but that's life, and it definitely makes those times that are supposed to be stress-free more stressful than it should be.
According to Epifanio Rodriguez of the Athens-Clarke County Police Department, burglaries spike in Athens over break. He says that students can take some simple steps to protect themselves from theft.
Because of the amount of people that do go on spring breaks who leave, one of the things that we do suggest is that maybe you call up the police department. You can call us up and let us know and ask for an extra patrol.
Other tips from the Athens-Clarke County Police Department include taking your valuables, locking your doors, and deadbolting your windows before you leave Athens for break. A lesson that Jack, Mel, Stephen, and Andrew had to learn the hard way. Christina Maticata.
Another bill under consideration is House Bill 764, which would expand the current qualifying conditions for people suffering from PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder and intractable pain. Post-traumatic stress disorder is often associated with veterans who've served in war, but intractable pain means pain that has a cause that cannot be removed. And if they've tried other pain management techniques, but have not had adequate results or with intolerable side effects. Georgia State Representative Alan Peake believes that allowing people to access low THC oil or medical cannabis who suffer from PTSD, but especially intractable pain, could have a huge effect in the opioid problem in the state of Georgia.
If we're really serious about dealing with the opioid epidemic in our state, then reasonable medical cannabis legislation, like adding intractable pain as a condition, is the right step to go.
After only a year,
back to you, Marielle.
After only a year with a new sheriff in town, drug and traffic arrests are up in Oglethorpe County. In fact, deputies made 3 times the number of arrests in 2017 than in 2016. Grady Newsource reporter Catherine Green traveled to Oglethorpe County to bring you the story of what some deputies say is a complete transformation in law enforcement.
David Gabriel took over the Sheriff's Department in 2017. Since then, the Oglethorpe County Sheriff's Department has made a number of small and large changes.
Please ring bell for service. That's what a small sign inside the lobby of the Oglethorpe County Sheriff's Office says. But Chief Deputy Jason Taft tells me that that's not the only thing to ring a bell about here.
So we started out, we wanted to make our deputies look professional. So the sheriff and I actually, we designed our own patch. We wanted them to look the part. We wanted them to feel like they look professional.
Along with basic changes, the department has made more significant changes in procedure and training.
We went a little further and we were able to get some grants, which allowed us to buy computers for the cars and get those put in. We also have 6 vehicles now that have ticket printers in them. And what it allows us to do is we make a lot of traffic stops, but that's how you prevent burglaries, you detect drugs.
These changes?
With 2018 underway, Oglethorpe County Sheriff's Department will continue training and transitioning under the direction of Sheriff David Gabriel.
Don't forget your hard hat for this next story. Coming up.
Okay, so we drowned the fire.
Yep.
Stirred it. Drowned it again. And now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah. Do they have the script for me for the breaking news top of the B block? Is it in there? Yeah. Okay, but do I need, I guess it's fine if I don't have a hard copy?
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know.
Okay.
I already posted it.
Okay.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group.
that all there is?
Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? I can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local.
Okay, so we drowned the fire.
Yep.
Stirred it. Drowned it again. And now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? I can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Have you noticed all the construction around Tate? Well, the Georgia Bulldog Club is renovating the west end zone to upgrade stadium facilities. Grady Newsource reporter Savannah Lee Richardson joins me now to bring you the story about how fans feel about it.
Mariel, Sanford Stadium's West End Zone project not only upgrades the facilities, but gives fans a better game experience. With a bigger jumbo screen and other amenities, current and future Bulldogs won't have any problems committing to the G.
Oh, it's nice when you're sitting in the seats to be able to look up and see the close-ups of the plays and be able to watch the football at a better perspective and get angles that you can't get from your seat.
With nearly 100,000 seats, not every fan gets the best view of the games in Sanford Stadium. The new renovations and a bigger jumbo screen will help those in the upper level seats to see those critical plays, especially with the G-Day scrimmage approaching.
I will go to G-Day. Yeah, I like the football games. I'm all about Georgia football, so it's all the way through and through.
Matt Mewai, a sports administration graduate student, believes it's a great facility upgrade and recruiting tool.
I think the West End Zone project is actually a really good facility upgrade for the stadium. Not only are they doing the concession stands and bathrooms, but they're moving the locker rooms closer to the dog walk, and they're putting in the recruiting lounge, which will help bring more recruits.
Head football coach Kirby Smart wants Sanford Stadium full of avid Georgia fans come this April. But we won't know when construction ends.
Now it's crunch time to see how much gets done before the annual G-Day game. Savannah Lee Richardson, Grady Newsource.
The project won't be completed by G-Day next month, but everything will be ready for the 2018 football season. The statistics are clear. Once you leave school, it's tough to go back, and if you were a star athlete and you're trying that again, probably even tougher. Grady Newsource reporter Ansley Warnell joins me now to bring you the story of a young man defying those odds in the classroom and at Sanford Stadium.
Marielle, we all have dreams, but some of us will achieve them.
And many of us never will. UGA football player Jake Skoll is a different story. He graduated from high school and went straight to minor league baseball. Now, at the age of 26 years old, he's a college sophomore playing on one of the most prestigious football teams in the country, finally making good on his dreams.
See, hopefully this athletic, crazy career takes me somewhere I want to be.
Somewhere that uses his past experience as a minor league baseball player.
I played all over the country, from Myrtle Beach to Frisco, Texas, to Trenton, New Jersey, and I wouldn't trade those times for the world.
To his life today as a UGA football player.
Made a lot of friends. I'm a little bit older than everyone, but I love the people.
He was 25 when he began freshman year at UGA.
And then just getting back into football shape, I think there hasn't been a better place to do it, just because of the way they go about the football program here, the workouts to the practices. It's just been an easy transition to try to get back to football.
Though he's as much as 7 years older than some of his teammates, he says he still loves working with them.
You play with guys that are very talented and very gifted, but just to see the hard work that they try to put in with these kids is special to see, and it's something that you don't get everywhere throughout your career in baseball or football.
He says overall, on top of being back into football, he feels better because he's getting an education and working towards a better future. I'm Anza Warnell, Grady Newsource.
Jake hopes he'll have a shot at pro ball, but he's also committed to finishing his degree in international business and real estate.
One local boys high school basketball team is dribbling its way to school history this season. That story coming up.
Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Is the seat supposed to be forward-facing or rear-facing? Did they move to a booster seat too soon? It may be too late to check when you're on the road. Fortunately, you're on the couch. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Don't think you know. Know you know.
I'm a single mother, and I was the main one working, so I never thought that I could go back to school, you know. My sister, my mother, everybody wanted to help me with my kids. I could not have gotten my diploma without my family.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
And now, sports.
With your Grady Sports for today, I'm Nikki Weldon. The women's basketball SEC tournament starts today, but the University of Georgia won't be playing today or tomorrow.
Just making teams feel uncomfortable is what we love to do.
It's been nearly 17 years since the UGA women's basketball team has won an SEC tournament title.
As a senior, it's exciting. I know it's something that's done every year, but since I've been here, you know, we haven't had a double bye, so coming in at such a high seed is definitely exciting. And just have one last go-around, you know, at an SEC title, so it's really exciting.
As you can see here, the last time the Lady Bulldogs won the SEC tournament was in the year 2001. They beat the Vanderbilt Commodores 62-60.
That's why this past Sunday's 63-43 victory over the University of Florida means so much. Georgia's the number 3 seed now and has a double bye.
I don't want to look too far, but if you ask me, I want to win the whole thing, and I know this team does too, but we just want to take one game at a time.
Florida and Ole Miss play today. The winner of that game plays the number 6 seed Missouri tomorrow, and the winner of tomorrow's matchup plays Georgia on Friday. The Clark Central boys basketball team plays Stockbridge in the Elite 8 tonight. It's a first for the Gladiators, who are ranked number 9 in the state. Head coach Andre McIntyre is expecting a lot from his team when they play the number 5 ranked team tonight.
We want to make history. One of our goals is to be state champion. We know to be state champion, we have to make it to the Final Four. And so, you know, these kids are very excited about being the first team to go to the Final Four. They have the opportunity, and plus they have the opportunity at home. So they're excited about that.
Clark Central will face off Stockbridge tonight at 7 p.m. in Athens. With your Grady Sports for today, I'm Nikki Weldon.
You may need to grab your umbrella for tomorrow because the rainy weather from today will be continuing into tomorrow. More weather updates to come. I'm Mackenzie Aldridge.
What to expect when you're expecting
Like here.
a teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys, preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Wait, why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where do cats go on vacation? New York.
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
And now, the weather.
Good evening, Athens, Georgia. I'm Mackenzie Aldridge with your weather headlines. The rain that we experienced this morning will be continuing into tomorrow, so if you have your rain jacket or your umbrella out, you might not want to put it away just yet because we will be experiencing some rain and thunderstorms come tomorrow. We also are going to see the southeast wind going about 5 miles per hour, so not too much wind for the thunderstorms that we're experiencing. We're also going to see some sunny weather this weekend, so if you have any big plans, you might not want to cancel them just yet because the sunny weather is to come. We're also going to experience some flash flood warnings here in the North Georgia area, more in the North Georgia mountains, but Athens will be getting hit by this, so if you feel unsafe while driving, just be warned. As far as our day planner for tomorrow, we're going to see the weather starting out about 64, going up to 74 with those thunderstorms starting around 1 p.m., going into the late evening. As far as our 5-day forecast, it's going to start out with some thunderstorms going into sunny weather this weekend and dropping down the temperature next week. I'm Mackenzie Aldridge with your weather.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason. Because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Buying a prom dress is exciting, stressful, and often expensive, but it doesn't have to be. Here in Athens, high school students can bling their prom by going to the local library, checking out dresses donated by local people, and then work to bling it up to make a dress that's just for them.
So, you know, if you want to worry about something, worry about making it something that you feel great in. They have this opportunity just to own it, and I think that they will.
Nishat Sial, an AmeriCorps Vista volunteer at the Athens Clark County Library, says the whole point of this is to give teens a prom dress or suit that they can customize and make their own. Susanna Drennan has volunteered to be at the event for minor on-the-spot alterations. She says prom is a rite of passage that should be open and available to everyone, not just those who can afford to go.
It almost reads like a custom, bespoke, one-of-a-kind piece that nobody else is going to have, so you are going to be a very unique individual.
The event will take place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Athens Clark County Library.
Hi, Marielle. So while we were standing out here in front of the Capitol during the commercial break, a lobbyist named Thomas Leach came by who told us that House Bill 930, Senate Bill 386, and Senate Bill 460 have all crossed over to the opposite chamber. Those all have to do with transportation. For more updates on this legislation, follow Grady Newsource on Twitter.
Thank you for tuning in to Grady Newsource.
I'm Noelle Lashley, live from the Georgia State Capitol.
Have a good night.
Source is a student production of the Grady College of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of Georgia, which is solely responsible for its contents. Views expressed do not represent those of the administration nor the Board of Regents at the University System of Georgia.
I understand. I know it's not your typical resume.
Okay, well...
But candidate. But I've been working double shifts just to pay for books. I've been raising my 2 little brothers. I'm determined, driven, motivated. Isn't that what you're looking for?
Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear. Only you can prevent wildfires.
I'm Ferdinand. You look at me and think big. You think scary, but I'm a little misunderstood. Sorry, I almost killed you. You've all been misunderstood. You're not a fighter.
I don't understand that at all.
Kids with learning and attention issues like dyslexia and ADHD are misunderstood too. Take the time to understand.
Best plan ever!
With the right support, everyone can reach their full potential because you can't judge a bull by his cover. Learn more at understood.org.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?